down. So the collective message today is talk your shit. There's nothing wrong with hyping yourself up. And this is a message from your spirit guides. Never let anyone make you feel full of yourself for doing it. The most delusional people who lie to themselves about who they are hype themselves up on a regular, so why shouldn't you? Perfection is not the goal, but authenticity is, I put great, but authenticity is really the goal. All things are created, or creativity comes from an authentic place. So, for instance, music, art, poetry, love for self and others. When we let pain make us someone we are not, it makes life and others appear to be against us. And not that people won't come against you, because they will, but when you know who you are, when you're connected to the divine and your spirit guides, this gives you the ability to navigate when people come against you with precision. It may bother you, but it's not to the point where it creates an environment of disruption. It's just kind of like a bump in the road. Whereas if you let it really bother you because you don't know who you are and you start to believe what other people think of you and how other people treat you is an indication of how you should feel about yourself, that's when the problems begin. So, boundaries. Hold on a second. Okay, so I wrote people who are not confident in who they are authentically will try to downplay you and hate you for having the courage to step into your power. Your power lies in your feminine energy, the creative part of you, the transformative part, the magnetic part, the healing part. Authenticity breeds magnetism. So if you are working on manifesting your desires, manifesting your divine partner, being in your full authenticity magnetizes the things that you want to you. When the divine is protecting you, there's no need to keep your enemies close. Exercise your right to set standards and boundaries. Um, so boundaries are us exercising our free will in the natural. And that's how we protect ourselves in the natural while the divine protects you in the spiritual. And that's why there's really no need for spell work other than on yourself. Um, I don't, even when people come against me, I don't do any kind of incantation or spiritual work. You know, you can ask the divine and the archangels and your ancestors to protect you, but there's no need to um, constantly be on guard, constantly be on the defensive, constantly trying to protect yourself or do a bunch of return to senders, because it can really get overwhelming. And so when you actually believe in the divine, believe that the divine is protecting you, and also know that you are constantly guided and protected, that is really all you need in order to navigate this life properly. There are unseen forces that are unseen to the naked eye that are all around you, creating a force field of protection and guidance. So there is always a force field of energy around you that is guiding your energy, is helping to guide your thoughts, is helping to guide your decisions. And of course, you have free will, but the more you surrender to the divine, the more you relinquish trying to have control over people and things and outcomes, the more the divine is able to step in and intervene in situations. Um, my spirit team knows that they have a blanket permission slip to guide me, protect me, um, channel through me. Like there's nothing that is off limits to my spirit team. Yes, praise God. There's nothing off limits to my spirit team, and I only call on my ancestors, spirit guides, of the highest light and vibration. And when you do that, that's insurance that you are always guided properly. So Spirit said, trust the nudges you get from the divine. Ask your guides and ancestors of the highest light and vibration to guide your every step. And Spirit was saying, do you know your higher self? Have you developed a love relationship with your higher self? Because I know that my higher self is the one energy in this existence who loves me unconditionally, who loves me flaws and all, who will always be in my corner, who will always be rooting for me. And she is the conductor of my protection team. And when you have a deep I'm going to say understanding. When you have, thank you for the likes, when you have a deep understanding of your higher self, that is how you discover your gifts. That is how you really tap into your purpose. That is how you know that there are no mistakes in life, there are no poor choices, there are no bad moves, dummy moves. Now, granted, there are things that we can get ourselves into that carry consequences, but it's what we do with that. What do you do when you have a challenge? How do you respond to it? What is the outcome? What have you learned from it? What is the lesson that you take from it? And I think that it's hard for people to operate in their authenticity when they're trying to live for other people. So when I say live for other people, I mean um, putting your children before you, putting your spouse or your significant other before you. And I'm not saying to neglect your children, of course, but when it comes to you and your well being, your stability, and all of those things, it is extremely important to put yourself first so that you are available to the people who need you. When you are completely exhausted as a parent, when you haven't had a nap, when you haven't been sleeping well, when you have not had a break, when you are constantly in go mode, if you have a newborn and you're not sleeping when the newborn is sleeping, all of that is going to catch up to you very quickly. And if you've had children before, or if you're pregnant and you're learning about how the body works and responds to those things, if you're not sleeping well, if you're not hydrating yourself, if you're not um eating well and maybe getting some exercise, postpartum depression and just feeling overwhelmed, anxious, and all of those things are barriers to our authenticity and barriers to knowing our higher self and barriers to truly tapping into our gifts. And so, Spirit is saying know when to ask for help. Don't be too prideful to ask for help. Even if the person that you are asking help from is kind of resistant or reluctant, that is the easiest way for the divine to show you who people are. Because when people know that you are struggling in an area and they are able, I'm not saying a grandmother who's to go leave your infant with a grandmother who's wheelchair bound or anything like that, who is not able. But if the person is able, they have the time, they're not bogged down with work or whatever, those are the people who have the opportunity to extend a helping hand. And if you genuinely have a peaceful relationship with people, where you're not setting out to harm anyone, when you're not burdening people, and you ask people to do something for you, especially if you are doing things for that person, and they're not there for you, that is not a time to feel rejected, or that someone didn't choose you, or that something's wrong with you, or that you don't deserve love and support. That is an opportunity for you to dig your heels into the divine, into your higher self, into knowing and understanding and um, embodying and fully integrating with your higher self. And so, let me see what these cards talking about. Thank you for the likes. Higher Soul Spirit, can we get some confirmation for the collective message and any other messages that the collective needs to know? Excuse me. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Stop. Stop. Lord, Onyx always want to crash out when I get on live. Why? I feel like Spirit is saying that someone needs to study Metatron's cube, or you may have already started studying Metatron's cube. Hey. I feel like Spirit is saying that Metatron's cube is the shape of, is what our cells look like. So I know from like a natural scientific standpoint that may be contradictory to like what someone has seen under a microscope as far as what our cells look like, but Spirit is saying that our cells are encoded with Metatron's cube. Thank you for the likes. Let me look up the significance of Metatron's cube. So Metatron's cube is a powerful sacred geometry symbol representing the divine blueprint of creation. And y'all, I'm not like an esoteric person. I generally understand about Metatron's cube, but I didn't. I mean, I think I knew it was the blueprint, but not like that. So it represents the divine blueprint of creation, balance, and the interconnectedness of all life. Named after Archangel Michael, it is used for spiritual protection. That's what I was just talking about. Clearing negative energy, and that's what I was talking about. You having a force field of energy around you, protecting you. And meditating on the fundamental structure of the universe, which includes the 5 platonic solids. You said something good about to pull. Okay. Let's see. Metatron's cube, like I said, is the blueprint of creation, composed of 13 circles. So if you were born on the 13th of a month, or yeah. So the 13 circles are often associated with the fruit of life. Connected by lines, it represents the underlying organized pattern of the universe. And so, like Spirit is saying, the fruit of life is like the apple that is in the Adam and Eve story. Archangel protection and wisdom associated with Archangel Metatron, a guardian who balances energy and connects the divine to the human realm. And what was I talking about? I was talking about connecting to your higher self, integrating with your higher self. Platonic solids. The cube contains the 5 geometric forms: the tetrahedron, the hexahedron, the octahedron, the dodecahedron, and the icosahedron. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. That represents the elements of creation: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. Damn. So balance and harmony. It represents a harmonious blend of feminine circles and masculine straight lines. And I talk about balancing and integrating and aligning your inner masculine and feminine all the time. You said, I knew it. Spiritual transformation. Meditating on this symbol helps to shift negative thoughts to positive ones. And what was I talking about in the message? Talking your shit, speaking positivity over yourself, hyping yourself up, unapologetically being yourself authentically. And so spiritual transformation, meditating on this symbol helps to shift negative thoughts to positive ones, promoting spiritual growth and clearing energy. As above, so below. It reflects the Hermetic law of correspondence, showing that the universe is reflected within humanity. So the macrocosm of the universe is reflected within the microcosm humanity. And what was I talking about in the collective message? You being your higher self. You knowing who your higher self is. You integrating with your higher self. You embodying all of the power, the magic, the mystical, the healing energy of your higher self. You said that's your saying. You said divine feminine energy, as above, so below. Yes, for sure. Thank you for the likes. So we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. And like I was talking about earlier in the channel message, there will be people who come against you who try to diminish your worth and value, who try to downplay you. And I talked about that being a barrier to your creativity. And pentacles are connected to your creativity because that's where your abundance lies. That's how you manifest wealth. So I definitely feel like I'm talking to someone who needs to get out of the energy of feeling defeated. Yep. Blockages, not knowing who you are, feeling defeated. And I talked about, depleted energy. And I talked about like a mother who is caring for an infant and not caring for herself, not putting herself first, not making sure that you are pouring into your own cup. And I talked about, like people can try to put you in an energy of feeling like you're not worthy, like something is wrong with you, not being able to see your light. Being in a sad, depressive state, feeling left out in the cold, feeling rejected, feeling like, people are always coming against you, feeling like you always have to struggle and that, people aren't there for you to assist you through that time, that hard time. And like I said, people coming against you, but spirit protecting you. You do not, I said earlier, you do not have to defend yourself. What your main focus should be is caring for yourself, loving yourself, knowing who you are, integrating with your higher self, relinquishing control over things and people and situations, and also just allowing your higher self to love you. That is the only energy, aside from like your spirit guides and your true ancestors who are here to help you. That is the only energy that is capable of loving you the way you need to be loved. There's no man, no woman, no child that is going to be your energy, be more loving and powerful than your own energy. And I know that a lot of traditional religion has caused us to look outside of ourselves. But spirit is like, when you know who you are, that's when you can step into your leadership energy. The King of Wands is someone who has mastered their own energy, who has studied themselves, who has asked for the assistance of the divine. A leader does not become a leader in isolation. A leader does not become a leader without the help of others. Now, I get it that, there is such a thing as getting it out of the mud, being self made, and all those things. But there is nothing that you or anyone will be able to accomplish without some kind of assistance from another person. It doesn't even have to be financial, it could just be putting you in contact with a resource that can help you accomplish what you need to accomplish. Networking with people. And so, as I said, networking with people, we have the Two of Wands. And when you're networking, you're essentially in planning mode. You're preparing, you're looking forward to the future. You're looking at things from a global perspective, not just your perspective. Because one thing about knowing your purpose and knowing who you are, that gives you like a desire to see things from a higher perspective, come up with solutions that can create change globally. Hi, oh, is it also? Thank you for stopping by. And like I was talking about earlier, if you are failing to delegate, if you are not asking for help when you need help, if you're not putting your pride and your ego aside to get the support that you need, you are going to be in this energy. This is like trying to do it all yourself, trying to, not trusting others to get the job done when, self trying to, not trusting others to get the job done when, just like you are. And so spirit is just like I said earlier, their spirit is calling us to come out of that energy. Uh-oh. Dang. Hold on. Whew, sorry, I hope my my whole ass wasn't in the thing. But we also have the Queen of Wands. So spirit is like your masculine and feminine energy is looking real good. Your masculine is protecting your feminine, is sustaining life, helping her to sustain life. They are in full leadership. But like I said, when life comes against you, it will cloud your judgment. It will create a veil that doesn't allow you to see yourself from this perspective. It has you in this energy. Not enjoying life, not having fun in life, not feeling like you deserve to play just as hard as you work, if not more. You said you is beautiful. Oh, thank you. You say you're preaching it to me. I hear you. Okay, good. Good. And then we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. And if if you have people around you who are not filling up your cup, you see how the cups are basically upside down, turned upside down, emptied. I like to look at this card as these cups being your ancestors supporting you, behind you, got your back, giving you the strength and the courage to walk away from anything that doesn't serve you, to walk away from anything that does not fill your cup. But when you're in this energy, it's because you are allowing the raggedy ass emotions, thoughts, and feelings of people around you to affect your energy. You said my brother passed the day after Christmas. Can you tell me if I'm in your energy? If you want to pay for a reading, that like mediumship readings I do for either 22, or 33. And that just depends on like how in depth you want it. But just generally, I would say that your loved ones are always in your energy. Um, there's no such thing as like not being able to contact a loved one. There's no such thing as like them being in a place where they can't be contacted. So we have the Hierophant. Spirit, what are you trying to say with the Hierophant? So I definitely feel like with you being in this King of Wands and Queen of Wands energy, that you are going to be a world leader, a world teacher. And this is not going to be in the traditional sense, because tradition is about to be turned completely upside down. So we are most definitely not talking about, thank you for the follow. We're definitely not talking about traditional religion, oops, excuse me, continuing into the future like it was. Hold on just a second. You say you about to rant. Okay. That's what Spirit wants you to do. And Spirit is saying that this is your higher self energy. And you can connect to this energy and step into that energy in the blink of an eye with just a thought. And so I feel like that's why I was saying in the channel message that Spirit is urging someone to study Metatron's cube, because when you meditate on it, it helps, like I said, because they were saying that Metatron's cube is how our cells look. When you meditate on that, you're basically meditating on your own energy. You're meditating on your cellular memories. You're meditating on basically the intelligence of the universe. It is spiritual gifts. That's what I said. When you tap into your higher self, that is when you start tapping into your spiritual gifts. And I was just talking about meditation, and look, she's on here meditating. Look, self-love. All confirmation of the channel message. And we also have secluded. When you don't feel accepted and included and loved, you start to seclude yourself. And I talked about earlier in the channel message how nothing is accomplished in isolation as far as on a global scale. Everything is accomplished in isolation when you're working on yourself, like in hermit mode. But as far as, collaborating with people and accomplishing your goals and fully stepping into your purpose, we all could use a hand up. And we have secret accounts. Spirit, what is this about secret accounts? Not happy. So I feel like these energies who have been coming against you have these secret accounts, and they're watching you through secret accounts. They salty as hell. And the more they watch you, Spirit said, the more they get pissed off. Fucked up over you. I said the more they watch you, the more they get pissed off. Because they're like, this person just keeps growing and growing, and they're happy, and they're not, the spell work and all of that shit is not hitting. They're also like, based on what I see in this person, I know that this is a divine being, and I really fucked up. Honey, when I tell you feeling like shit, this is the next card that fell out. Feeling like shit. Baby. That's also that damn karma here. Straight in their feelings. And when people get in their feelings, they start saying stuff and doing stuff just completely out of pocket. They can't even help themselves. Just constantly. And the Spirit is talking about constantly operating from a place of emotion. That is an imbalance in your energy, because you are supposed to be balanced with I want to say, I'm hearing the word practicality. So it's like you use your emotions in some instances, but you don't use your emotions over your common sense and being rational and using your logic. There should be a balance, just like there should be a balance between you using your earthly wisdom in conjunction with your intuition. You said 1 million views. Yes, we're going to speak that into existence. Okay. Yeah, very ashamed for even attempting to come against you. I'm hearing ashamed for even thinking about coming against you. I feel like there's a masculine who um got some shocking news about a pregnancy, but Spirit said it's fake news. Somebody lying. This is somebody. This is. I'm speaking to a masculine who exercise your boundaries and cut this person off, and so now they just trying. They're resorting to anything to try to get you back into a relationship with them, trying to have a family with you, knowing good and well you ain't trying to hear it at all. Hey, girl. And I feel like I'm talking to a masculine who may order a lot of Uber Eats. Yeah, Spirit said it's too late for that chick. It's too late for that feminine. She trying anything and everything. I heard getting her pregnant friend to pee on the damn test. Child, and look at this love child. She trying to have a damn love child by you. What in the whole hell? I saw your payment, Chelsea. Look, I'm not laughing at you. I'm like, what we got going tonight? What's the tea? Don't say too much though. So we have memories. Yeah, this person is like obsessing over you, going over old text messages, pictures. And I feel like Spirit got all the memories coming up on the phone. All the memories coming up, tormenting this person. But Spirit said, you just focus on you. You get in your meditation. You work on having faith and trust in the divine, trusting your intuition, faith and trust in yourself. We got secrets and workplace affair. So this masculine that I'm talking to, you may have met this person that is obsessed with you and trying to trap you out. You may have met her in the workplace. Or this could be future energy and you may meet somebody in the workplace, but beware. Keep your head on the damn swivel. Yeah, she's going to try to present herself as a divine feminine and wants you to get married and start a family and all this shit. But nah, this person has a ton of secrets. It's giving the energy of somebody even doing some illegal activity. Like, it's not just like this person comes across as like having it all together and on top of her. When you have a fake ass divine feminine, this is somebody who's like, says things like namaste and I'm, aligning my chakras, like the person just basically has like a whole repertoire of a vocabulary of spiritual shit that the person halfway understands, and they just be just, and this doesn't even have to be like somebody in a relationship, but I feel like this is, I'm describing somebody um who like may even be trying to get close to a spiritualist by doing that, or maybe trying to get you to be their mentor, but they straight on some bullshit. But let me tell you something, as a spiritualist, for somebody like this who's in this energy to come to a spiritualist and think that they're not going to be seen, that their secrets aren't going to be revealed, they crazy as hell. Because, you know, maybe some of these play spiritualists out here in these social media streets would miss it and just tell the person what they want to hear because they want them to keep, you know, keep getting readings or whatever. But no. And it's given the energy that like this masculine is you know, has a lot to lose in life, like has built several different businesses, has you know, cultivated generational wealth, and that's part of why this person is trying to pursue you and trying to get you to marry them, because they all about trying to be all up in your paper. And that's crazy work. And that's why I feel like this masculine cut this person off, because they were like, they picked up on all the signs. This person would like say one thing 1 minute and then not realize that in the next sentence they're contradicting what they just said. And so this divine masculine is very intuitive, very tapped in, can read people and energy like a book. And he said, nah, we killing that. We putting that in the grave right now. He said, I'm happily single. Thank you. Happily. Because when someone is successful and is emotionally balanced and is emotionally tapped in, someone who purports to be a divine feminine may get their attention, especially if the woman is attractive and their body is tea and all these other things. Maybe they have some advanced degrees or whatever. But this individual only had to have a couple of conversations with this feminine to know that she ain't it. And I feel like he even called her on her shit a couple of times. And like, she's really giving the energy. So she's giving the energy of being very book smart, like having advanced degrees, but just no common sense, you know, just dumb as hell. When it comes to life and being slick, like this person doesn't even know how to be slick properly. Like, sis. And this is gender neutral. You know, this could be just like the feminine energy in a relationship. But she full of shit. Yeah. Straight out here Jezebelling it up. Ooh, that was upside down. Jezebelling it up. This is the type of bitch that would get pregnant by somebody else and put the baby on another dude. Like, that is crazy work. Yeah. Straight trickster. I feel like this is warning somebody. Don't get caught up, sir. Please don't get caught up. Make sure that you are reading through the illusions, the facade, because I'm telling you, this feminine energy has, like, a penthouse apartment in a big city like LA, so the rent is astronomical. This person drives a really nice car. Like, I'm seeing a Porsche truck, Porsche SUV, and smells amazing, nails done, hair done, everything big, dressed to a T, but full of pee. Ah! That was corny. You say, guys, it tells what you're doing. Exactly. Oh, you talking about me when I'm doing reading cards or reading energy? Let me know. Detest what this feminine is doing or detest what I'm doing? Because if you coming at me, this the wrong live, user. This the wrong live, okay? Yeah, this feminine gonna be quick to say I love you, doing a bunch of love bombing. And mind you, this is the type of chick that idolizes people like Shira Seven, idolizes all the relationship gurus who teach you all the tricks and trades of how to trap someone. You said, I pray for God's divine judgment upon you until you repent. My spirit guide said, police yourself, or we will police you. I am heavily divinely protected. So I would highly recommend that you would cease and desist what you are doing right now, because, baby, when I tell you that I am and I embody Ma'at, I am a spiritual judge. Please don't play. You say you playing with the devil and he will destroy. Okay, well, let's see. Y'all, I promise you, this individual is embodying who I was talking about in the collective. People trying to downplay you, to make you feel like you're not a good person, to make you feel defeated and not valuable and demonic, and that you going to hell, and that the devil is somehow going to try to come against you. Spirit said that karma is real. Please don't come over here playing. You said your work is Satan. I'm still trying to allow you to bow out gracefully, but apparently it was meant for you to come in this live, because with no fail, over the past couple lives, it has been one person to come in and try to challenge me. And all you're doing is you are becoming a display of confirmation of the collective channel message at the beginning of this live. Because Spirit said we don't even need cards. We're just going to present you with confirmation of what you were saying in the collective message. And what did I say in the collective message about traditional religion? We got a whole ass fake ass Hierophant in the building. And do you know why traditional religion is going to be turned on its head? Because of people like this. Because I promise you, if this individual would tap into their intuition and ask the divine who I am, you wouldn't even be up in here wasting your time and energy coming against me. Because you speaking over me will never create a situation that guides my path. You said, do not regard mediums or spirits, nor seek after them. I am the Lord. Again, y'all, a fake ass Hierophant. Again, if you would just meditate and ask your spirit team, ask Jesus, ask God who I am. And I don't have to sit up here and cap for anybody, because my gifts, my existence speaks for itself. You have rejected God, and unless you repent, hell is your next home. I'll see you there. Because when I put you there, we'll see you there. I'm going to need you to look up what a spiritual judge is. As a matter of fact, let me look it up. Since you up here trying to educate my collective, let's look up what a spiritual judge is. And it's real funny how people that don't even have a username come up in places like this talking shit. Probably don't have shit on your page. A spiritual judge signifies a person possessing divine discernment, capable of evaluating actions, teachings, and life circumstances based on spiritual truth rather than worldly standards. And ladies and gentlemen, we have someone who is fully embodying worldly standards. A spiritual judge, it says, is guided by the Holy Spirit. They distinguish between right and wrong, embodying holiness, wisdom, and the ability to evaluate spiritual matters. Without, this is the kicker right here. So the ability to evaluate spiritual matters without being judged by worldly or natural perspectives. User, you have stepped up in this place and spewed a bunch of worldly, natural perspectives that are not welcome here. A spiritual judge possesses the ability to discern spiritual truths, distinguish between what is of God and what is not, and evaluate life situations through a divine lens. Should I go on? Yes, I'm going to go on. Alignment with divine will. Such a person acts not based on personal opinion or worldly success, but on God's word and the Holy Spirit's direction. In the beginning, the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Something like that. Align, and I talked about alignment with the divine will. Independence from worldly judgment, as stated in 1 Corinthians 2:15. The spiritual person judges all things, but is himself to be judged by no one. Meaning they are not bound by or swayed by the opinions of those who lack spiritual understanding. Rather than condemning others, a spiritual judge uses this capacity to examine their own heart and align with Christ likeness, often focusing on self-reflection and humility. So yeah. Don't get trapped out here. Don't get left in the trap house. And this goes back to that masculine I'm talking about. Don't let this chick trap you with a damn pregnancy. Don't let them do it. But this person, user, since they just want to keep talking, they already in the trap. Because Spirit is showing me like one of those metal traps, those big traps that people use to catch like squirrels. Like if you have squirrels in your house, or like, a bigger animal like a raccoon or something got in there, and the animal, person comes with their trap. Yeah. I want to say homeboy because it feels like a dude. But user is already in the trap. And blocked. Completely blocked from my energy and the collective's energy. Hey, yes, it's a collective. Uh-oh. Yeah. You can't shake my confidence. You can't shake the collective's confidence. I welcome opposition. I welcome challenges. Because all it does is it gives me the opportunity to practice maintaining peace and alignment and remaining calm in the face of naysayers, adversity, people coming against me because they don't like me speaking the truth. Every time someone comes against me and I respond from my Queen of Wands energy, I close another cycle. And my collective is out here closing cycles. When you get to a place where, let me just say this, when you have hit rock bottom, when you have experienced some of the worst things in life, When you have had to go through a period where you had to cut everyone off and you had absolutely no one but you to rely on, to talk to, and then you decided that it was time to connect with your higher self, get in touch with your ancestors and your spirit guides, be transformed by their love, their power, and their energy. I laugh in the face of people that try to come against me. Again, like I said in the channel message, the collective does not have to lift a finger to try to protect themselves. You have a force field of energy that is constantly surrounding you, making sure that your energy is cleansed, that you are protected. It is a force field that is keeping people from getting near you. And here we have the illumination card. When you embody the divine, when you are illuminated, when you are the sun, you're not out here concerned about this, that, and the third, and what other people think of you, or what they have to say about you, or what their opinion is of you, or how they interpret you. Spirit said, you out here developing a romance with yourself. This is your masculine and feminine inner children enjoying life, falling in love with each other. That's what falling in love with yourself is. When you're masculine and feminine fall in love with each other. Like I said, believe in magic. Believe that you can embody your higher self and have supernatural abilities. I talked about in the collective being your mystical, magical self. Never allowing anyone to dim your light or stop your shine or make you feel demonic for knowing who the fuck you are. You said, I'm crazy about myself lately. I don't know why. Well, that's a good thing. Yeah, the true colors of people come out when you speak your truth. When you speak your truth, when you stand up for yourself, when you protect yourself by setting healthy boundaries, it brings out the true colors in people because they are constantly trying to find ways in order to come against you, to burden you, to make you feel excluded, left out, rejected, unworthy, unnecessary, not a part of the team. Yeah, you trigger the hell out of them. While you out here closing cycles, they out here getting triggered like a monk. And it's a vicious cycle, Spirit is saying. They keep going round and round and round, coming back, trying to do more destruction against you, trying to burden you more, trying to just come up with new strategies to make you feel some kind of way. And do you know why? We had the twin flame card come out earlier. Spirit said, it's because you mirror them to them. You're actually their twin flame. Your twin flame can be like, even if you are a heterosexual person, your twin flame can be a friend, a family member, a co-worker, whatever. And when you are their twin, but you embody the energy that they wish they could, baby, when I tell you, they gonna try to put you through the damn ringer. Like in a damn washing machine on a fucking spin cycle. They gonna try to have you disoriented, um, feeling like you're tripping, feeling like your mind is playing tricks on you, but the joke's on them. The joke is on them. When somebody tries to play fake busy, that's bullshit energy. Like I was saying about this feminine energy, putting on a facade, dressed to the nines, hair, nails done, luxury car, luxury apartment, fake busy, working on themselves, tapping into their divine feminine energy. Let me tell you something. When people are down in the trenches doing the work, truly doing the shadow work, truly fighting with themselves, battling out of the darkest places of themselves, they not out here broadcasting their spiritual journey. They will talk about their spiritual journey like after the dark night of the soul, after the death and the rebirth, after the awakening. But 9 times out of 10, while they're in the process, that is a very private, intimate time. And so it's not the time to be out here trying to perpetrate a fraud, because what you're really doing is you're misdirecting your energy in a place that doesn't serve you. Because if you out here perpetrating a fraud and pump faking and all of that shit, it doesn't serve you. You can, all that time you spend putting energy into being a fake person, an inauthentic person, trying to emulate somebody that you're not, on some old creepy copycat shit. If you would stop obsessing over the person who you idolize and want to be like, and just went on your own journey and focused on yourself, you would be at your goal way faster. Yeah, like I said, trying to make you feel rejected. And Spirit said this person is rejected. So even if you out here still trying to creep, Spirit said, they've already been rejected. Out here trying to attach to your energy, to try to drain you of your life force energy. Sex magic is some of the most powerful spell work there is out here. And most of these people who are doing this type of stuff, largely the feminine energy, they are using their femininity and their feminine energy and their magnetism and all of that Like they are becoming the love spell. And I don't mean that in a good way. Because all this person has to do is set an intention before they're intimate with the person they're going to be intimate with. And you know, there are outliers, but most men are not going to turn this down right here. Even if they don't see any future with the chick, they know they don't want to be with the chick, they are going to really have a hard time turning this down right here. And I'm not speaking about someone who's fully in their divine masculine energy, because the divine masculine can control themselves. And they most definitely have high standards and morals for themselves. And they value and cherish and protect their life force energy. I said they protect their life force energy. And the word living is on the card. When you are protecting your life force energy, you are protecting your energy, you are protecting your peace, you are protecting everything that you hold sacred, that you have built. Now, I know this says legal matters, but this is the balancing of the scales. This is karmic justice. Because I don't care who comes against you. And what I'm hearing is these people have spiritual legal matters. Because, like I had talked about in previous lives, the divine is weighing people's hearts on the scale while they're still in a vessel right now. So, you know, and I talked about being a spiritual judge. This is confirmation that my spirit team is like, yeah, this is not a test. This is not a game. Yeah, like I said, that feminine is full of shit. She gonna sweet talk the hell out of folks and really in debt to her eyeballs. All that luxury, all that facade is costing a whole hell of a damn lot of money. Don't fall for that I miss you text. Spirit said it's a trap. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Like I said earlier, you mirroring your twin flame, whoever that may be, showing them themselves. I'm hearing giving them a taste of their own medicine. That's where that saying comes from. Yeah, because they out here getting readings on you, trying to do spell work, trying to get readings on you to see if the spell work hit. A whole jackass. This is what an instant return to sender looks like. So you know his two fingers could have been pointing at somebody else, but they pointing right back at himself. This is what return to sender on a jackass looks like. Deep regret. Yeah, because they all about that damn backstabbing ass energy. And this, his fingers to his head is also an indication of playing mind games with people. Hi, Mia. Reckless sex. When you know, when a man knows that a woman is obsessed with him, when a man knows that she is pursuing him, when a man knows that she is basically shown that she is not going to stop at anything before she gets him, but he still indulges her with sex. Sir, I don't care if you wear 10 condoms, you are engaging in reckless sex. Reckless because she's trying to get pregnant and trap your ass out. Reckless because you're intertwining your energy with someone who is just, I don't even have a word for the energy. I don't have a word. Shady. Spirit has a word. Shady. That's exactly what I've been describing. Spirit said, ain't nobody getting married either. She out here trying to have a baby by you so that she can get you to marry her. And yeah, like I said, I've been talking about a divine masculine all along. Dog bark confirmation, yep. On and off, hot and cold. This divine masculine, because he's a good-hearted person, he keeps letting this person, circle back, circle back, circle back. This person knows how to sweet talk them and pull on their heartstrings. This person, actually, Spirit is saying this person is very skilled in like psychology. This person knows, like I said, this person is given the energy of somebody who studies Shira 7. So like if you study people like that, you start to embody like that person's persona. And so when you do that, and so there's a lot of people out here that have studied certain people so that they could embody multiple people's personas. So not only are you not being your own authentic self, but you are trying desperately to embody multiple other people's personas. And in the process, creating an environment for yourself of straight chaos. Spiritual chaos. And until that person has an ego death, then, you can't kill the ego, but like metaphorically, they running from themselves, running from their problems, running from their authenticity, running from the divine, because they know they on some bullshit. The divine is the last energy that they want to have to face at this point. Yeah, masculine. This is a warning for you. Don't let this chick come back around, because if she come back around this time, you thought that it was a damn pregnancy scare the last time. It's gonna be for real this time, because I promise you, this chick is in the energy of someone who has a period app to monitor when she's ovulating, when her next period is gonna be, and all of that. It's definitely giving karmic lesson. And Spirit is like, we try to give you an open book test by giving you this warning. But if you want that karmic lesson, it's going to be bad news, because it's going to be 18 plus years of you having to deal with this karmic individual because of a child in common. Excuse me, stop. Ani, stop. Onyx, stop. So yeah, I feel like this masculine has tried to block this person on many occasions. And this person does not respect people's boundaries. Because if you know you've been blocked on social media, if you know you've been blocked on the phone, but you go into Telegram and trying to contact the person through Telegram, and you go into WhatsApp, and you go into all these other, backdoor ways to contact the person, that is disrespecting someone's boundary. And that is a no-no. Because the thing is, I don't block people that have not like truly hurt me. Maybe my ego was bruised, maybe they got on my nerves, maybe they weren't consistent or whatever, but I don't have to block those people. It's the people that I know were, maybe not so much intentionally trying to hurt me, but my thing is this: if you come into my life with a bunch of secrets and lies, and you got a situation, maybe you got a baby mama you still living with, but y'all not technically in a relationship, but you are not trying to tell the person that you're trying to date, so you're like trying to sneak and have this relationship with this person that you really like, but you still stuck with your baby moms and all this other stuff. And when you bring somebody into that type of situation knowingly, and also do not tell that person what's going on so that they can make an informed decision about whether they want to be with you or not, you are on some bullshit. And you trying to create a straight firestorm. Yeah, this divine masculine has a love-hate relationship with this person because they love the intimacy, but they can do without all that other shit. And just because you're a divine masculine doesn't mean that you never have a weak moment. But spirit is like, the best thing you can do for yourself to set yourself free is to move on. Because this person is up to no good. Spirit is like, we're guiding you, we're protecting you. You had to interact with this person in order to learn some valuable lessons. And Spirit said there's no need to do anything that doesn't serve your body well in order to cope with the situation. All you have to do is call on your spirit team. Ask them for their help. Yeah, under a lot of pressure. Because when you're a good person, that doesn't mean that your life is easy breezy, squeezy, lemon squeezy, or whatever it is. It actually is, like when you're a genuinely good person, it actually puts you like in front of the firing squad, because people don't like that. People cannot stand that. Spirit said, but yeah, they will be losing sleep though, because they're starting to get message after message after message. It's giving the energy that like this feminine watches a lot of collective messages, gets readings, and does all these things, especially online, but is not getting any rest, is not getting any closure or peace or anything from any of the readings that they're getting. Yeah, because you said goodbye. This divine masculine said, "You not fitting to bump heads with me. I'm about to go be peacefully single." Hi, Reef. Is it Reef? Yeah, she on some psycho shit. I know that whatever masculine I'm talking to, you are kicking yourself like, why did I do that? Why did I even like this chick? Why did I even let her get close to me? Because now she knows where I live. She knows where I work. She's met family members. Yeah, she's really will stop at nothing to get her way. Spirit said, I know you fed up, but this is a hard lesson to have to learn. We got somebody for you. All of the pain and having to thug it out in relationships over the years, none of that has been in vain. Because when you set your boundaries, when you choose you first, when you fall in love with yourself, when you turn your back on anybody that doesn't serve you, that is the official level up. Yeah, you can cut ties. There are no strings attached. Spirit is like, get out now before any strings get attached, like umbilical cords. Okay. Spirit's like, we know you've experienced heartbreak. We know that people have taken advantage of you. We know that people have taken your kindness for weakness. But there is love for you. There is a divine love for you. Spirit has your divine love. Chelsea, you still here? Oh my God. I'm good. How are you? Yeah, Spirit, and let me tell you something. This divine masculine I'm talking about, he is so heavily protected because Spirit dedicated an entire life to this, warning this person. I'm not going to say an entire life, but most of the collective. You said amazing, thank you. Is it a general energy reading? Yeah, it is. I just finished the collective. I was trying to do resilience reading. Hopefully she ain't fall asleep. Okay, I guess I'll pull some more cards to see if she comes back. And we'll go from there. Hi, Pinky. Pinky Toe. Thank you for the gifts. If you tap the screen, that helps me tap into your energy. I'm hearing the love you seek is within. I feel like that's so cliche and like a line from a movie or something. Thank you for the follow. And you know what? I feel like Spirit is saying that someone needs to meditate on Metatron's cube because that is going to heal your cells. So it'll boost your immune system. And so if you're dealing with like, cancer cells or any kind of dis-ease in your body, meditating on Metatron's healing energy is going to heal your cells. Because Spirit is saying that when you meditate on Metatron's cube, you start to what are y'all saying? I'm hearing that it starts to transform your sight. Like how you see life, how you see healing, how you see the divine, how you see your future. Damn it. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Okay, somebody really. Oh! I'm over here tearing up. Really, Amber? Okay, so you close cycles. And you close cycles by standing on business. By, standing up for yourself without concern about losing friends. Or losing people who like you, or losing followers. Let them sleep on your skills. Because let me tell you something, like I was saying earlier, when you know who you are, when you know how powerful you are, when you know you out here closing cycles, people can sleep on my skills all they want to. Resilient, did you come back? You read people like a book. And like it came out after let them sleep on your skills. But Spirit's like, let them sleep on you. You still reading that energy like a book. You said ended a 15-year relationship today. Okay. Well, look, this came out right after you said that. So your frequency is a lot higher than you think. Even though there may have been some amazing intimacy, your peace, you being in your power, you not giving your power away to other people, especially through intimacy, is how you Level up. I feel like I feel like there's somebody watching me who has like a masculine who's been practicing semen retention. Yeah, we have divine soulmate union. And like I was talking about earlier, that copycat energy. Look, you don't have a clue as to how much the divine loves you, how much the divine is um, guiding you, protecting you, rooting for you. And your partner, your divine union, is going to love every single thing about you. Your body just the way it is, your twerk win. Just loves everything about you. Just the way you are. What about this copycat energy? Lord, I said, what about this copycat energy? We have substance abuse. So this person that's living inauthentically, trying to like embody your energy, is doing all that and not thinking straight because they on some type of substance. Straight for the streets out here. Spirit said it's better to be in isolation and remain steadfast and patient, waiting for your divine soulmate union, than to be out here messing with somebody that got more trouble than a damn little bit. Yeah, that ancient Egyptian energy. And that's what these divine unions are going to be: starseed energy, ancient Egypt energy, reincarnated deities and divine beings. Yeah, don't fall for these illusions out here. You know who you are. And what Spirit is saying is that people, like a lot of times when you're about to have a test or you're in the midst of a test, is someone in the midst of the test is creating an illusion. Creating an illusion of like people don't like you, creating an illusion of like your presence is not welcome or valued, and all of those things. Yeah, passing tests with flying colors. We not falling, like I said, we not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. We not out here falling for these illusions. And let me just say this: when you are going through an awakening, probably the worst thing you could do is sit up and watch a bunch of collective messages. Because when you're going through an awakening, you're going to think every collective message applies to you, whether it's good, bad, ugly, indifferent. You're going to be looking at everybody sideways. And I would just say, instead of being paranoid or thinking everybody's out to get you, know that there are some people that are against you, have been against you most of your life, but everybody is not out to get you, and you have to allow people and the divine to reveal people to you. Uh-oh. You are trustworthy. And because you're trustworthy, the divine is blessing you with unlimited wealth. And I'm talking to some spiritualists because your readings are scary accurate. Yeah, that's starseed energy. When you have that starseed energy and it's also connected to ancient Egypt, you are, I promise you, you out here reading energy like a god. Do you hear me? Resilient, you back? My bad for making you wait, child. I was into the collective. I'm gonna stay on here for a little bit longer to see if she comes back. If not, I will just refund for the reading. Look, people hate that you have depth. That's what I was talking about earlier. They can't stand that you are still thriving. They hate your resilience. They hate the ability, your ability to just know people on some BS. These people I'm talking about might be from the Caribbean. You may be from the Caribbean. We have water goddess, and we just have from the Caribbean and water goddess. So if this message is resonating with you and you happen to be from the Caribbean, you are connected to a water goddess. Yeah, going viral. Because you out here growing and evolving and not letting anything stop you. Amber, if you tear up any more of that damn thing, where the car go? Where the car go, Bubby? Oh my god, I don't know where it went. Um, but yeah, spirit is about to expose you because they have been cloaking you. They have been cloaking your identity, but when you go viral, your true identity is going to be exposed. And you're going to be in your bag heavy. Because going viral creates all kinds of opportunities. It creates opportunities for growth, expansion, partnerships, promotional deals. Yeah, you don't chase, you attract. You've been manifesting these things for a long time now. And you may be a Latina, Latino. You may live in a Latin country. You may just like Latin food, Latin music. Maybe you grew up around a lot of Latino people. The divine is LGBTQ friendly, if you were wondering. You are always in alignment. Everything in your life has been by design. In all of your leadership energy, and we had the King and Queen of Wands come out earlier. And I was talking about earlier in the channel message how nothing has been by mistake. Nothing is a bad decision or, you know, a bad move. Nothing in life has prevented you from being on the path to your divine purpose and on your journey. Can y'all stop? I mean, seriously, stop. Down. 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 Yeah, like I said, haters exposed. You're going to be revealed, and upon your revelation, the haters will be exposed. Yeah, because you have mother energy. And like I was talking about, you're connected to a water goddess. Oshun is mother energy all day. Mastering your energy. These people were warned many times. You just cannot mess with divine beings and get away with that. But you're going to be warned several times so you can stand down. Whoever you are going to be with, you make them very happy. You make others believe in magical, mystical, in magic and the mystical. And that's that mother energy, that teaching energy. That free flowing, like water energy. All right, y'all. Resilient, did you come back? Resilient. Holla if you hear me. I would say tap the screen and think about what your concern is or your question is, and we'll see if it comes out in the reading. So I was picking up the energy of somebody asking, like a feminine asking if a masculine is coming back. And I feel like Spirit is saying yes. This person could be named Robert, Bob, Bobby. I'm hearing Richard. We have Distant Horizon. Thank you for the likes. So I was just talking about somebody coming back. So on the distant horizon, someone's coming back around. Yeah, because they want a family. Damn, the Lovers. Well, alrighty then. It doesn't get more plain than that. And I feel like Spirit is saying it's like giving lovebirds, it's giving the birds, which is intuition, divine masculine and feminine, very intuitive, tapped in. This person is having trouble not thinking about you. You're there, you have consumed their thoughts. Hi Coco, welcome. Yeah, I feel like when you cut this person off, it forces them to start changing and transforming and awakening. Thank you for the follow. Hi, Mills. Yeah, this union is a divine union. It carries a lot of wealth, it carries great fortune. So, yeah, Spirit said, y'all gonna have to get it together by hook or by crook. Because this type of union right here is inevitable. Yeah, you all are healing your inner children. Your I'm hearing your inner children recognize each other and are healing. And I was talking about there was a masculine and feminine that was on a car that were like on a bike together. And so the card said romance. So it's giving like the energy of these two people coming together is going to create like a romance of love between their inner children and their adult selves, because um like I said, your inner child is like your key to your intuition, is your key to your imagination, is your key to having childlike faith. And so, with that being said, your inner child holds a lot of the wisdom that you have acquired over time. And your inner child also remembers your person from like a past life perspective. And I do feel like for some of y'all, this union will bring about a child. It's giving the energy of y'all just gonna go to the courthouse. You're not gonna have anything like big and elaborate because you don't want fake ass people at your marriage. And yeah, you're gonna be the privileged lady because this person is definitely making plans to take care of you. Definitely going to court you. Is going to, like, this person is going to replace all of the disappointment. So, like, if you have been out here dating and someone said, "Oh, I'm going to take you to Dave and Buster's," but they never followed through, this person is going to, like, take you to Dave and Buster's, not even knowing that you have been disappointed by someone else around that particular place. I don't know why this turned into a love reading. Yeah, because the two of you are held in high honor by the divine. And the divine is guiding this, like the wheels on here and forward movement and all of that. And like, um, I'm hearing a direct shot, like the divine is basically guiding and leading you toward each other. And this is funny because they're telling me that these people in these uniforms is like your spirit team pushing the two of you together. I'm hearing that this person X is having a lot of concern, either yours or his, because they feel like they've actually lost this person. She getting a message of concern because she like, damn, I think I really lost him this time. Yeah, because that man said, I need to be on my path to my destiny. And my destiny includes a divine feminine. A real one, not a fake one. Yeah, homegirl in despair, okay? She getting text messages of concern, like, leave me the hell alone. And she's like, damn, I think I lost him for real this time. But this was trying to come out. We have bad health. Sarah, tell us about the bad health. So I said, Spirit, tell us about the bad health. And we have community. I feel like actually a community of people have come against you. And Spirit is like, they all experiencing some kind of bad health. Not that we wishing bad health on anybody, because that's definitely not the case. But I feel like there's a lot of different people, like family members, so-called friends, other people in the community that may have been connected to other family members, just a whole host of people. My spirit's like, we about to unleash this unexpected income that's going to provide you great fortune. Because remember, the trustworthy card came out. Spirit is also saying that because you have passed all these tests with flying colors, because you have proven yourself to be trustworthy, because the divine can actually work through you and they know that they can trust you with this wealth, and they trust you to use the money wisely, to support the community, to do different humanitarian efforts. They're like, yeah, we can trust the money with this person. And the gift card came out. Spirit is like, we're giving you a gift, a divine gift for a job well done. Because Spirit is like, from a child, you were out here breaking cycles and, you know, taking the brunt of the karma from your relatives that would not do the work. And Spirit said these people are going to be Like they're already starting to experience despair. But Spirit said when they get finished with them, when they get finished taking their money and their assets and their trust funds and their investment portfolios and all of their properties, Spirit said, you out here looking real good in this main character energy. Spirit said, this whole movie that has been your life has been for you to be able to step into the main character role. So, like in the first half of your life, you were the supporting actress or actor. Now you are stepping into the main character role. And what does that mean? That means abundance in every area of your life. That means public recognition. That means positive public opinion. That means being a world changer. That means using your testimony and all the things that you've gone through to heal the world and transform people's minds and consciousness and the way they think. And Spirit said, don't even worry about the fact that it took a while. You needed to mature into this woman. It's never too late. You're not too old. You have plenty of life left ahead of you. And I said, y'all gonna be getting married at the courthouse. I'm hearing that song, going to the chapel and we gonna get married. So that may be one of them damn chapels in Vegas. And now I'm hearing Elvis. So I would say that's confirmation that y'all gonna get married in Vegas. And we have Thief out here. Spirit, what are you trying to tell us about this thief? I definitely feel like this thief has to do with like taking your abundance, whether that was financial, because I was talking about trust funds and toil and labor just fell out. Ooh, so toil and labor. And we also have wealthy man. I feel like Spirit is saying that this wealthy man has already done all the toiling and labor necessary to be able to provide for you, take care of you. He doesn't have to be a workaholic anymore because he's done all the laying of the foundational things for the business. So now certain parts of the business are on autopilot, other parts of the business are run by the people that he's hired. Oh my Lord, why these cards keep falling. All that main female energy that you're stepping into. You and your person, 1 and 2. I feel like y'all are going to be taking a lot of trips, traveling the world, experiencing new things. Oh. So somebody may be passing away here, a mature man. And I feel like some secrets are going to be revealed when this mature man passes away. Yeah. Secrets that are criminal in nature. Secrets that are going to have these people held up in spiritual jail. And it could very well be involving a house. And here we go with adjudication. Spiritual jail, regular jail. This person was definitely a false person to you. And it's giving the energy of like somebody that you really believed in, like a parent, or somebody very close to you, maybe a close aunt, or somebody very close to you, maybe a close aunt. And Spirit is saying, so they showed me the 1 and the 9 and the 8. So they showed me the 1 and the 9 and the 8. So 9 minus 1 is 8. And so Spirit said, this false person, this other false person is going to be kept alive. So while this other person is going to be imprisoned, whether that's after death or in the natural, this person, they're going to keep this person alive to watch you glow up and take all your shit back. So they're going to have to be living in poverty. So the roles are going to completely change. Anyone who has withheld anything from you that you should have gotten a long time ago, they're going to have to watch you take all their shit while they become impoverished. And that's also impoverished mentally. And I said they're going to have to watch you take all your shit back. So while you hitting the jackpot, they about to hit rock bottom. Spirit said they better buckle up. Spirit said expect the wheels of fortune to turn in your favor. When the divine sends an official person to incarnate and people come against this official person, Spirit said they're going to die before they die. Can you imagine what it feels like? I don't even want my collective to imagine what it feels like to die before you die, or to be like the living dead. Like, that's beyond poverty. That's like poverty in every area of your life. So mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, just bankrupt and in poverty. Message. Everything these people work for, they are throwing it away by trying to come against a divine being. Why would you risk and throw away everything that you have worked your whole life for just to lose it all because you decided to fuck with a divine being? Definitely real estate is coming to you. Definitely. Resilient, are you back? If not, I'm gonna hop off of here. All right, y'all. Spirit, was there anything else you want to tell the collective? Thank you for the likes. Is there anything else you want to tell the collective? I feel like somebody wants to know something about career. Spirit, what does the collective need to know about career aspirations? I feel like Spirit is saying there's going to be an opportunity to be like a personality on a reality TV show, and not like the raggedy reality TV shows. It's giving like it's kind of giving Flip This House energy, like those type of shows. Or like is like they're showing me like they're showing me or like is like they're showing me like they're showing me a show of just like, you know, him going to different places, doing food reviews, and like the behind the scenes stuff that happens, and him doing, you know, humanitarian efforts is giving that type of energy. But, you know, I feel like somebody has been manifesting that. But Spirit is like, you really have to believe that it's possible. You really have to believe that your manifestations can come true. And truthfully, that is believing in magic. Believing in miracles. And look, I was talking about humanitarian efforts giving back to the community. Sharing your gifts with the world. Oh my God. As soon as I said sharing gifts with the world, the judgment card came out. But it's not just calling judgment on things. It's actually like sharing your gift with the world. She has that megaphone. She's using her voice. She's standing in her power. She's being like an advocate for people who don't have a voice. She's got this serpent on her sweater, which is like the Kundalini awakening, healing energy. You have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. What is that, Spirit? So Spirit is saying if you had a question about whether you're pregnant or not, you're not pregnant. And that's what that in the reverse is, because she's pregnant in that picture. And we have the Crone of Swords. And I feel like Spirit is drawing my attention to like his platinum hair, because that is like light. So instead of having a consciousness full of darkness, you have your consciousness is full of light, clarity. And I feel like him holding this sword like this is like his antenna to the divine. Cutting cords with anything that doesn't serve you. And this is someone also like the bow and arrow is sitting on the ground beside this person. And so I feel like spirit is saying like you're no longer the page of swords. You know, you have learned all of those lessons. You've done the work to become a master of your mind, a master of your control. Like the person is controlling the sword. So, being able to hold things up, being able to carry, you know, different burdens and still be strong and still be in your power. And I was talking about carrying burdens, and we have the Six of Swords. And so, not to say that these people in the boat, like this one woman in the back, is carrying the people as burdens, but this is like leaving your burdens behind with these swords behind the boat. Leaving, you know, overthinking behind, leaving not being able to think clearly. And we had the Queen of Cups that was trying to come out. And these are both cards that embody bodies of water. And I feel like as soon as I said that, when I said body of water, Spirit is talking about our human vessel being a body of water as well. And so being able to navigate the water, being able to navigate through your emotions, being able to exist in two lands, like you're existing in this land, which is a sea of emotions, because everybody has emotions, everybody's operating through their emotions. So you are still able to have a balance between being in a human vessel and being a spiritual being. And they brought my attention to this star, and so I feel like they're saying a star being. No. And here we have the High Priestess. So definitely controlling your emotions, navigating the darkness, you know, balancing the dark and light parts of yourself, holding the cosmic egg. And we also have the Page of Cups, so new beginnings and love. And like I said, this divine union, you'll be healing your inner children through the love that you share. And I feel like Spirit is saying that this is your divine partner, like coming to rescue you in a sense, like rescue you from whack ass relationships and people that are inconsistent and ghost you and, you know, cause you to be all in your head, cause you confusion, cause you to question where you stand with that person. This person is like, I'm going to do all the standing. I'm going to be doing the directing, the leadership. I'm going to guide you to calmer waters. I'm going to do all the heavy lifting so that you can rest in your femininity. And we're talking about infinite love, infinite abundance, infinite creativity. And this, for this spread, this is not giving the energy of taking on too many tasks or infidelity or anything like that. There's going to be balance. And being balanced is going to bring an abundance of creativity. So we have the Hierophant and the High Priestess. And so that's definitely giving someone who, like, the Hierophant would be like you in your human vessel from a natural perspective, and then your higher self, like I was talking about earlier, would be you in your High Priestess energy. And this is like, you know, traditional religion. That's where the, like, the earthly distortion of High Priestess energy comes from. So it's like a complete distortion of the power of the feminine. With this egg in her hand, this is creator energy, like I was talking about before. And, you know, some people believe that the universe was birthed from the cosmic egg. Spirit's like, we're giving you a fresh new start, an opportunity to have your whole spirit, mind, and soul renewed. I feel like Spirit is saying that they're sending people into your life that will renew your childlike spirit, renew your belief in people. It's going to heal, I'm hearing it's going to heal a lot of trust issues, because you'll be able to trust people again. And we also have the Four of Wands out here. So, like, celebrating with your person, with your soul tribe. Again, like getting married. I'm hearing being carefree. And we have the Knight of Swords. So, like, forward movement, motion, using your intellect to get ahead. I'm hearing letting the divine lead you and guide you. Taking direction from the divine. Down. Down, little girl. Down. Stop. Get down. have the Queen of Wands out here again. So definitely mastering your energy. Um, reading energy. So like the act of her writing in this book is kind of like scrying or automatic writing, and that helping this person to read the energy. Writing down your manifestations. And the fact that her pen is on fire and wands are fast moving energy anyway, I feel like spirit is saying your manifestations are coming in quickly. Keep a journal of what you want. And I feel like spirit is saying like she's sitting on a rock. And so I feel like spirit is saying that all of the things that you have been manifesting over time has established a firm foundation for you and has taught you how to master your energy. It's taught you how to alchemize energy and use that power for your good. And we have the Four of Pentacles out here, and I feel like that um this is like a treasure box. So like these pentacles out here are just like a snapshot of what's actually within the treasure box. And you're keeping it safe. Like I was saying, that the divine has you cloaked. So I feel like this is a depiction of your true identity being cloaked in this box. And as soon as you get up and the divine opens that box, you're going to be revealed to the world. Okay, resilient. I was staying on here to try to wait for you. Did you still want to do it tonight, or do you want to do it another day? I can refund you if you want to wait. Oh my god, excuse me. I'm sorry I've had you waiting through the collective. I usually stop. I can do your reading now. I was just on here waiting for you to come back. Did you want to still do it now? Okay. Higher self spirit. What does resilient need to know? I feel like a lot of people tell me I put them to sleep. I feel an irritation on my hands, so I feel like the energy is like someone irritating you. Down. And like the dog is like keeps jumping up and I keep telling her to get down. So it's like bugaboo energy. Spirit, what does resilient need to know? You said you already know who. Yeah, child. Alright, so spirit, what does resilient need to know? I feel like they're saying your vision is cloudy. What do you mean by that? So, like, they're saying instead of leading with what you see, you're leading with they're like pointing at your nose. So I feel like it's giving the energy of um like being nosy, but not like nosy in the sense that it's um predatory, but like just being curious, wanting to know what's gonna happen, but not really looking at the situation. So like being inquisitive, but not really seeing the situation for what it is. And I'm also hearing like ignoring what is being shown to you. It's giving the energy of like maybe you had a dream recently. Did you have a dream? Hello from Kentucky. Um, I feel like you've been getting like some signs, whether it be through like a dream or conversations you're having with people. But those are all like your spirit team trying to give you signs of what you need to see. Did you call someone an idiot recently, or do you use that term a lot? Are you still there, Brazilian? You say yes. So what are you saying, yes to still being here, or yes to calling someone an idiot recently? Oh, you said both. So like what they were showing me was like writing on the wall, and it was the word idiot. So it's like the writing is on the wall. You know this person is an idiot. Um Spirit, what else are you trying to say? Did you have a dream recently, or have there been other because I feel like there was either a dream or like maybe you had like deja vu or some kind of experience. You say yes, you had a dream. Okay. Yeah, so the divine is giving you all kinds of signs in dreams, just conversations, signs, synchronicities. Spirit, what else? I feel like they're saying that you recently did a spiritual bath. Let me know if that resonates. Or like maybe you set the intention for like a spiritual cleansing or like a shower or something, some kind of cleansing where you were trying to cleanse yourself, your energy. Yes, I set the intention the other night. Okay. They were saying that like the energy is that you set the intention, but then while you were doing the cleansing, you were thinking about the opposite. So, like, if you, like, for instance, if you set the intention for the bath to, like, cut a cord between you and this other person, you spent the entire process thinking about the person. So, let me know if that resonates. You said, yep. Oh my God. Spirit, what does she need to know? No, not Siri. So I feel like Spirit is saying, beware that people are listening. Um, so it's giving the energy of like either you're having conversations with people or on the phone and people are eavesdropping on your conversation and like just taking mental notes of the different things that you are saying. um it's definitely giving judgmental energy. So I would be very cautious about telling people your business because not that you aren't heavily protected, but it's giving the energy that people are like gathering information so that they can judge you. So let me know if that resonates. You said, why am I so damn sleepy? You said, damn, okay. Yeah, I would just be, be very, I would, for now, I would say, you know, keep everything between you and your spirit team. Like I spend a lot of time alone, but I'll end up talking to my spirit team. Like I'll just have a regular ass conversation as if I was talking to my bestie or something like that. I would just have like, a very real candid conversation about my feelings and things like that so that I'm not at work, telling people my business. I'm not telling people my business who don't want the best for me. And I feel like it's given the energy of someone who pretends to want the best for you, but really doesn't want the best for you. Um, it's really like on some real like wicked shit. Like hoping that they'll hear that your life is like completely in shambles and not doing well so that they can like somehow feel better about themselves, or like ha ha ha, that type of energy. um yeah, don't, like, spirit is basically saying don't let anybody see you sweat. Like, even if your shit is being twisted and your wig is being blown the fuck back, if your damn finances is looking a hot mess, if your love life or whatever, like whatever is looking a mess right now, like, do not have discussions with people about it, because while the divine is, taking you through lessons and testing, and also leveling you up, and it can be tumultuous, it can be like a kind of chaotic time, it could seem like an upheaval. And so from the untrained eye looking at your circumstances, they would interpret what's happening as like karma hitting or spell work hitting or whatever. And spirit is like, don't even give them the damn even an inkling that anything negative is happening to you, because it's nothing negative, it is a process. So you're having to experience a process, and um it's no one else's business. It's like the energy is that regardless of who you talk to around you, like the people that you would trust to have a deep conversation with about what's going on with you, those people don't have any like wise counsel to offer. They don't have they're not supportive. They may, like, while you're having a conversation, might be throwing little slick shit at you, and shading you for the information that you're sharing. It's just giving the energy of like an idiot. Like we talked about earlier, like just straight idiot. Like people who aren't in a relationship, so they can't give you no relationship advice. They not doing well financially, so they damn sure can't give you no financial advice. They damn fucking up at work, you know, just all around not doing well in life. And it's that type of energy, it's those type of people that are constantly looking into other people's lives to try to find the problems in other people's lives, so that it makes them feel like they're not alone. And especially if they don't like you or don't care for you, they're going to like revel in when it looks like you're having a hard time. So I know you say you were sleepy and you might have fallen asleep again. Did you fall asleep again, child? Cause I've just been steadily talking. Okay. Does any of that resonate? You said let's pause. Okay, you fell asleep. You said all of it does. Okay. Um. So when you say let's pause, you just want to wait until I come on live next to finish up. Yeah, we do need rest. Okay. All right, so we can finish up. I might come on tomorrow because tomorrow's my Friday, so I should be on tomorrow. And if I do, I will I will send you the live. Okay. Okay, I will. Sorry to have you wait. Next time I'll go ahead and do your reading cuz I forget that I'm on like Mountain Standard Time. Yeah, okay. And Spirit is probably trying to put you to sleep to help you heal as well cuz Spirit would do that to me a lot. Like just put me on out so I can heal. So just set the intention that Spirit will work on you, work on your healing while you're asleep. Down, little girl. Down. But thank you for always trusting me with your energy and your reading. And we will finish up tomorrow. All right, see y'all later. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for everybody that sent gifts and interacted with the live and likes and all that. Thank you. See y'all later. Give me a follow if you aren't already. Good night. Good night.